fast forward any come our channel so AGH Politics Avenue. Unia podcast source trend me kusibiki headlines na jembre na EDB exmo. Unia expose bi aba bo a public account committee na eno ene ya jemra EDB exmo. Na minister in charge of local government chieftaincy and religious affairs Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim. Unia okopie mo hono nsem bi epp ma asuye hono anda nanado dankwa ekofu Addo na omo ye construction of bungalows ama aye senior staffs aye omo ewo for RCC RCC na omo AC bungalows ama senior staffs no na onua sika ekopi mu no omo kire se IPP se wo bia no omo yi ni nyina afiri ho na yewo ekabi ewo ho a ometua de na still ewo books se mu se eka no omo entuaye 177,475.81 pesos onua enye asem koto akra na abadwafo agimre yebobo ewra insimnim ne ahwe ne yekọ ene de eba hye so am se AGH Politics Avenue.
Honorable Minister, could you and your delegation introduce yourself, please?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I'm here with my directors from the ministry, and I'm Honorable Ibrahim Ahmed, Member of Parliament for the good people of Bana, and Minister for Local Government Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs.
AKA
Mensuru.
Yeah.
Good morning, Honorable Chair. My name is Amin Abdul Rahman. I'm the Chief Director of the Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs. Thank you.
Good morning, Honorable Chair. My name is Dela Kemevo. I'm the Director General Administration at the Local Government Ministry. Thank you.
Are you related to Mauli Kemevo? You look so much like him. You are. Oh, may his soul rest in peace.
Good morning, Honorable Chair. My name is Richie JC, Director of Procurement for the Ministry of Local Government. Thank you.
Good morning, Honorable Chair. My name is Eric Banwe Yele, the Financial Control of the Ministry. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Kweku Kwansa. I'm Head of Environmental Health and Management Unit of the Ministry. Thank you.
Good morning, Honorable Chair. My name is Solomon Angel, Chief Accountant at the Ministry.
Okay, Honorable the graph pay to will start at page 78.
Chairman, is it 79 or 78? Because 79 is what I have here.
I have 79. So yours is 78.
It's 78.
Okay, go ahead. 79.
Because 79 is what it says.
No, it says 78. And Honorable Edem Agbana has 79.
Wow. Okay. You are so 79, so that's what I work on. Okay, Minister, thank you. You're welcome. There is this indebtedness of 3.1 billion Ghana cedis outstanding scheduled to be traced. I want to know why is it so?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I'm here with the Chief Accountant, and with your permission, he will speak to it.
Honorable Chair, thank you. This issue relates to template issues. The template the auditors were using from Ministry of Finance has this commitments, but they were not in our template, so they could not reconcile the two. They were not in our template for these reasons. We've categorized the 3.1 billion into four. The first one relates to sanitation issues. there is this 1.5 billion that relates to just one group of companies. At the time of the audit, though the contracts were signed at the ministry, payments were being done at DACF. So at the time of the audit, we could not obtain sufficient documentation from DACF to be able to speak to it. So it was excluded from our schedule that was given to the auditors. There's this construction at the newly created regions, Jusano Limited, construction of 3 normal senior bank loans for RCC. At the time of the audit, the amount of 171,475.81 was standing in the books at MOF as commitment outstanding. But at the time of it, we had paid all IPCs, and the project has been completed. And so we asked the auditors to exclude this from the commitments. There's 1.2 billion that relates to construction of the market at Takrady and then Kumasi. Though the ministry has the contract, but payments were being handled at Ministry of Finance. So we didn't have sufficient information to validate and include it in our schedule. So both parties agreed that this should be excluded from our schedule. And the last one of 8.2 million relates to toilet for all projects that were being handled under the SWA Ministry of Sanitation, Water and Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources. And as we speak, we did our best to get documentation, especially the payments, to be able to include it in our schedule, but we were not able. We were told the document of the SWA Ministry has been sent to archives. And so we were not able to include it in our schedule.
Sorry. Let me come in here, please. They were sent to archives.
Yes, and I will.
We are talking about 2024 documents. We are now in 2026 as we consider this. And just 2 years, the evidence has been sent to archives.
Validated. So that is the issue at page 80. So here they are adding the BTAs to the unreconciled commitment to arrive at the 3.2.
So it's not about documentation.
Yes, please.
Because the issue here is about documents not being provided. That's the issue here. But you are now talking about reconciliation. What I'm asking for is documents to support these claims.
Honorable Chair, because they were not in our schedules, like I said in the answer to the first question, we could not provide the documents to support those commitments and claims in the MOF schedule, as well as the BTA. With respect to the BTA, some of the BTAs relates to transactions that were processed at the RCCs and then SWA Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources. We didn't have those documents to provide to the auditors. And so we wrote, with regards to the BTAs that were with the RCCs, we wrote to the RCCs to provide their supporting documents to the auditors. And then the aspect that has to do with Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources. I'm aware some of the contractors submitted their documents, but they were left with confirmations. So that's the issue.
Honorable Chair, I believe in order for us to get to the bottom of this matter, just like you suggested, unless we get the former staff, and then also the officials of the Ministry of Finance.
All right, you are right. The minister wants to talk. Oh, sorry, Minister.
Mr. Chairman, I believe my very respected friend did not hear what you said when you said you invite Mr. Bright Odru and Mr. Theophilus Okai for all of us to reappear. these were the unsupported documents that they said they sent to National Archives. So he was not here when you said that. But we will avail ourselves anytime, any day.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. The next page is 821. Honorable Nancy A.J.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Honorable Minister, this is on page 80 of the special audit. And this one talks about, page 81, sorry, page 81. This one talks about, the first one is the 1.1 billion in projects lacking commencement certificates. And the second one is the unauthorized 228 million expenditure involving Jospon group of companies. So if you can speak about the first one, the 1.1 billion in projects lacking commencement certificates. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, the commencement certificate was issued by the Minister of Finance. We did not have a copy. When we engaged them, they had a duplicate copy of this at the Ministry of Finance. So when both sides, including the auditors, the Minister of Local Government, the Minister of Finance, and the auditors met at the headquarters of the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Finance agreed that they were going to use the commencement certificate that they had. But we could not have a copy.
Auditors, please, has this been tendered in as evidence?
Honorable Chair, we have not received those commencement certificates.
Auditor,
Mr. Chairman, my answer was that the Minister of Finance had a duplicate copy of the commencement certificate, and they were requesting the original from us. But because we did not have the original, but because it was issued by the same Minister of Finance, they agreed that they would rely on this. The auditors were there, and that was what we agreed on at the headquarters of the Minister of Finance on this date. That was, I think it was 2nd September. And at that meeting, the duplicate copy was with the Minister of Finance. So it is not like the document wasn't there, but because they were expecting us to produce the original.
Thank you very much, Minister.
So they agreed that they will use it, and that was the decision. The Honorable Atufosi, Honorable Ampinyako were there with their duplicate.
Auditors, can you please confirm these statements made by the Honorable Minister, please?
Honorable Chair, I recall that they indicated that they didn't have the originals and that they were going to work with the Ministry of Finance to provide us with the commencement certificate. As at now, we still have not received it.
Mr. Chairman, what I said was the duplicate from the Minister of Finance was the Minister of Finance at that meeting. I think that was the clarification you needed to request from him. But to say we were going to bring the duplicate that we are holding, how can we say we are going to produce the original when we said it that we didn't have it? And as at the time it was issued, Mr. Chairman, you know, me, I was here. I was here. So the duplicate, they're struggling to get there. And the Minister for Finance agreed that, oh, it is the same Minister of Finance that was holding the duplicate copy. So they agreed that they were going to use that one to regularize those things because it was the duplicate certificate with the Minister of Finance. If you say that we should go and bring original of the duplicate you are holding, when that was not there, Mr. Chairman.
But Minister, this public funds, 1.1 billion, you know, the Minister for Local Government, at least if they have the duplicate, get a duplicate and give it to your subordinates. But if you come here and you tell us that
the duplicate is with the Ministry of Finance, and if you left it with them, then I find it very difficult to understand, Minister.
Honorable Member, just like the Minister explained, Ministry of Finance already has a duplicate. The Ministry of Finance, yes. So we'll get to the bottom of it when we invite the former employees out there and anybody else, clerk, anybody else connected to these transactions from sanitation, whatever, Ministry of Local Government, they should all come. And the Ministry of Finance should also come. And the auditors will be there. And
Mr. Chairman, you are aware that the certificate you are talking of was issued by the Ministry of Finance.
Yes,
and
they have a duplicate.
And they have a duplicate. So there is nothing to argue about at all. And they agreed they were going to work with the duplicate.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Minister, I understand the position of the auditors. You know, I mean, in auditing, original is different from duplicate. So maybe that is why they were insisting on that. So maybe you should bear with it. Yeah.
Okay, the next question is Honorable Faustina Eleplem. Oh, you are not done. I'm sorry. Just a minute.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Minister, the second one is on the Jospon 228 million understatement. I want to find out why works were allowed to commence on the IRECOP, forgive me for my pronunciation, and wastewater projects prior to PPP committee approval in November 2024. Thank you. And I also want to find out who authorized the contractors to begin the work.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, the RCOPs were also contra with the erstwhile Minister of Sanitation, but the Chief Accountant will speak to it.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. We have the PPE Committee's approval and letters to that effect. What the auditors are stating here is that when they requested Jospon Group to confirm the claims in our schedule, the confirmations were more than what we had by 228 million. So it is not from us, it's from Jospon Group of companies. We just had to sit with Jospon Group of companies for them to give us evidence of the 228 they submitted to the auditors. But per the claims that we have, and we have satisfied, we didn't have the 228.
Thank you very much. Finance Director. Chief Accountant.
Chief Accountant.
Chief Accountant, thank you very much for your answer. But have you per chance sat down with Jospon to ascertain the truth in this, so that the good people of Ghana will know that their 280 million has been taken care of? Have you sat down with Jospon?
Honorable Chair, yes.
Let me answer. Mr. Chairman, you know this House passed the sanitation and pollution levy. And it was that sanitation and pollution levy money that was used with that PPP to do the RCOPs. And the payment were done directly by the Ministry of Finance. So the IPCs that the ministry received definitely are those figures that were tendered in. But because the payment was done at the Ministry of Finance, Jospon will go there directly to go and collect his money. And sometimes when such things happen, they don't write back to the chief accountant or the financial controller of the Ministry of Local Government to know A, B, C, D has been paid. So this audit and this hearing will now empower us and give consequential directives that next time, let the ministry also become a clearance point. All the matters we are speaking to today, because the payments are done at the Ministry of Finance and no advice is given back to the Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy, and Religious Affairs. That's why those things happen.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, I heard the minister mention that there are instances.
We and some who team course watching on so, Mammy, and I was so jembre. That's an say, oh, my dear, don't be a dominion. You be saying Asia.